to Genesis. I am your host, Mean Gia Miller, and I am not alone here tonight. I've got a panel of some of the greatest minds, greatest voices in wrestling. First, to my left, many words I could use to describe this man. Extreme, legendary. We'll stick with those. This is Tommy Dreamer.
Tonight, what a night we're gonna have here in Dallas. Genesis means the new beginning. I am so excited for what you all gonna see here tonight.
Well, thank you, Dreamer. Thank you, Dreamer. I also have the voice of Busted Open, Dave LaGreca.
Let me tell you something. It is freezing outside, but it is hot here tonight for TNA. Genesis, let me hear ya!
And last, but certainly not least, a former world champion and the world's strongest man, Mark Henry.
Appreciate that. I wanted some of what Dave had today. He was fired up, man. Hey, listen, I'm excited to be here. I love the TNA brand. I love what they're doing. And I hope that y'all follow them on all their social media platforms, as well as download everything that relates to TNA's pay-per-views, Genesis. And listen, right now, this card is one of my favorite cards that I've seen TNA have in the last year or two, and I'm looking forward to seeing what goes on tonight.
Amen. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for being here tonight. We have got so much action. We've got our main event of Genesis. Nick Nemeth will defend his TNA World Championship against Joe Hendry. You see him arriving to the building right there. Earlier today, he arrived and he is ready for that world title match against none other than the wanted man, Nick Nemeth. He, you see, is arriving to the building earlier today. But that's not all of the action we have. We've got knockouts action. Jordynne Grace versus Tessa Blanchard. And you see here, Jordynne Grace and Tessa Blanchard both arrived to the building safely earlier today. They were kept separately because there was a lot of animosity going on between those two. You'll see here just how intense this rivalry can become. Tessa has brought a very different side of her. I don't think anybody was expecting to see her. Dreamer, were you expecting to see Tessa?
I was not expecting to see Tessa, and listen, Tessa is a third-generation star with her roots deep here in Texas, and Jordynne Grace is a star with her roots here in Texas. This is personal because of all the behind-the-scenes stuff and plus stuff you've seen in front. These two women are going to beat the living hell out of each other tonight because it is personal. Trust me when I tell you.
It definitely is personal. And let me tell you this, Jordynne Grace is the foundation of this Knockouts division. She has carried this division for the last 2 years. Tessa Blanchard is coming in, but we'll see if she can knock off a little of that ring rust in this ring at Genesis tonight.
Man, listen, Jordynne Grace had one of the most stellar years in 23 and 24. I look forward to seeing a continuation of that for the rest of this year in 25. Tessa, like I was saying earlier, Tessa's been gone for a while. Is she going to be able to have the cardio to be able to go into deep water with somebody like Jordynne Grace? And, I hate to choose sides, but, I have to. She's from Austin, Texas. Let's go Horns.
Well, that match goes on later on tonight on Genesis. Tessa Blanchard versus Jordynne Grace. It's gonna be insane. Well, it's no mystery how Jordan Grace feels about Tessa Blanchard.
I don't think she left any mystery to it.
No.
Yeah, but here's where I disagree with you, Mark and Dave. Tessa was crushing it down in Mexico. Tessa is a next-level athlete, just like Jordan. These two women have a lot to prove. And when was the last time Tessa lost in a TNA ring? Think of that.
That's a good point.
Yeah, but you know what, Tommy? Tessa has to be a little nervous going into this match tonight. Jordan Grace already, I saw 2 hours ago, already had her game face on for this match. So a lot of the pressure is on Tessa Blanchard.
Listen, and pressure busts pipes. Like, you can make a mistake very easily when the pressure's on you, regardless of how well you performed. I've been world champion. I've been a chaser of the championship. And both times, the energy was different. Like, what is her energy going to be like? Is she going to be able to, when she gets tired, to answer the call when she really needs that?
Well, with all of that being said, I think it's time to make some predictions. Dreamer, who's your victor?
I got to go with the juggernaut, sorry.
Okay. Dave?
Jordan Grace, I mean, she has never disappointed these TNA fans. I don't think she's going to do it tonight either.
You know, my man right here said, "Oh, that's bull crap." But I'm gonna have to go with Jordan Grace too, bro. Sorry.
Well, that's a clean sweep across this panel because I'm going to go with Jordan Grace too. I mean, I've watched all of the things that she's done in the past several years here in TNA. She has really carried the Knockouts division on her back. I mean, really, the whole company on her back. But speaking of the Knockouts division, we've got some Knockouts World Tag Team titles on the line tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Spitfire will defend against Ash and Heather by Elegance. Gentlemen, how are we feeling about that match?
This is another interesting matchup. I got to tell you, I hate the concierge. He was trying to fix my suit earlier. I was like, there's no helping this. This is just how I look. I'm sorry. He's annoying. I don't like him, and he's going to try to get involved, and that's what worries me for the champs.
Fair enough. Dave? Oh, there's no...
How can I put my money against anybody else but Ash and Heather Elegance? I'm sorry. This says it all right here.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going to side with Ash just because we have a long past. I grew up watching strength and conditioning shows, and she was one of the better fitness athletes that I got to see.
We could talk about her all night. There's so much to say.
But I'm going with Spitfire.
Yeah, okay, Spitfire. And I'm going to say Spitfire retains. But that's not all Knockouts action we have. We've got a world title opportunity. Rosemary challenges against Masha Slamovich. Ooh, I've got chills, not just because of hearing from those two women, but because this will be the first ever all Knockouts Clockwork Orange House of Fun match. So you're witnessing history here in Dallas. Now, I'm so happy to have this panel here with me, but we're not alone. We are joined ringside by our broadcast team, Tom Hannafin and Matthew Raywalt. Gentlemen, how are you feeling tonight?
We're really excited, Gia. Honestly, this is such an exciting time for everyone in professional wrestling. Earlier on this week, the partnership between TNA Wrestling and WWE was finally made public. There's just so many possibilities, crossover opportunities between NXT and TNA. They feel limitless.
I mean, I've seen it all around the social media sphere. Some former friends of yours and mine have already made their thoughts and desires known to maybe show up in a Impact Zone, a TNA ring, and some of that might happen right here tonight at Genesis.
You never know what can happen. That's the beauty of TNA Wrestling. This really is a new beginning for all of us in this company. We're so excited for what is possible in 2025, Gia, and we love the crossover of Busted Open Radio and TNA Wrestling. It's perfect.
Awesome.
I agree.
Well, I know everyone's excited for you guys to be here. I mean, with this crossover happening, I mean, is there anyone you're expecting to maybe show up here tonight?
I don't want to.
Well, we've already seen just a taste of that crossover, so we're only getting started, so who knows how the rest of the night's going to go. So, listen, we've talked about the partnership, we've talked about some knockouts action, but we've got to address the elephant in the room that is the system. Right, exactly. They've got quite a night ahead of them. Moose will put his X Division championship on the line against Ace Austin, but we'll also see Brian Myers and Eddie Edwards face off against Eric Young and Steve Macklin. I mean, guys, you've seen a lot from the system. Dave, you already look like you've got something to say.
Listen, they dominated 2024. Who knows what they're going to do now that we're in 2025? It starts tonight, especially with Moose and what he's carrying with him, that X Division championship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's... Oh, my gosh.
Lord.
Cannot get a word out.
No, you can't. It's just how it
Shut
goes around here.
the hell up, Tommy,
He doesn't say
Gia,
anything.
Dave, and Mark. We don't want to hear you. Like I promised a couple of weeks ago at Genesis, I'm going to debut what I have right here in this bag, a brand new X Division championship fit for the face of the franchise. Talk to him, JDC.
You know what? I feel like talking tonight, big man. I'm going to go right down to that desk and do a little commentary for this next match. What do you think about that?
I love it. I love it.
Yeah?
Well, that's just kind of how the system does things, clearly, and we will get to that action. But we have other things to talk about first, including...
So hated, the system.
There's
The
so many great things to talk about other than that.
Yeah, other than that. You know what? Let's avert and talk about something that we want to talk about. The World Tag Team Championships.
Ooh.
The Hardys will put them on the line tonight against the Rascals.
Listen, the Hardys, as everybody... There you go.
They already know.
Listen, everybody loves the Hardys. The Hardys are legends. Matt and Jeff, I mean, they are first ballot Hall of Famers. There is no doubt. But it's a new year, and the Rascals, I really think this is their year. Tonight is the Rascals' night. We're going to see new tag teams. We're going to see new tag team champions.
The Rascals have idolized the Hardys. They looked up to the Hardys. They've actually had some mentorship from the Hardys. You want to be able to see somebody rise to the occasion, but against the Hardys, who have won on every continent, they've competed in every company, and right now in TNA, they are the cream of the crop. And I just have to go with the guys that put that time in.
Yeah, that's fair.
All of you who don't know, the Rascals got into this business because the Hardys were their heroes. They were the inspirations. The beauty of what we do and the beauty of this business is we get to wrestle and hang out with our heroes. For me, I got to hang out with the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. I got to wrestle Terry Funk. Tonight is a dream match come true, a first time ever for the Rascals. This is where dreams are made of, like literally. And for the fact that the Rascals get to do that, but to the other point, the Hardys are on this next level. I love Matt and Jeff. They have been the innovators of tag team wrestling for a long, long time, and I know I'm going to get a lot of crap from Bully Ray, but I don't care about that. Guys, just sit back and enjoy this because it's a once-in-a-lifetime of somebody who worships somebody, and you get to see it live in the ring tonight.
Gia, it's a new era. It's a new era, and I think the face of the tag team division after tonight is going to be the Rascals.
Well, we could talk about it all
Double
night.
down on the Rascals.
But let's hear about it and see all that we have in store for that World Tag Team title match.
They look ready. They look ready.
They do. Their energy is just so infectious. Anytime I'm around the Rascals, I can't help but just get just as hype as they are. Okay, I'm sorry. Calm down. But Mark, after seeing what the Rascals had to say, are you still counting them out?
I never counted them out.
Okay,
I just said that the Hardys have a lot of experience. They've been through many, many wars. And these guys, I give them all the respect in the world. They work hard, they want to be great, and they they have a chance against their idols.
Yeah.
Listen, I might just be a cook, but this is when the Rascals take it. They take it tonight. New champion. I don't care. It's the truth. Face it, it's the truth.
It's not.
Well,
Thank you.
Personally, I've gotten really close with the Rascals over the last several years. You know, I knew them before they were even in TNA, and it's like Dreamer said, they have idolized the Hardys for so long. And while Zach and Trey, they might not be blood brothers, they're a different type of bond. It's that bond that you create when you're on the road every single day of the year, just putting your body on the line. They have a bond that really is brotherly. I can't describe it any other way.
Say it. Say it's their night. Say it's the Rascals' night tonight, and we're going to see new tag champ. Say it, Gia. Say it, Gia. They want you to say it. Listen to them.
You know what? I will always, forever love the Hardys. But I think you might be right, Dave. I think we might have new tag team champions
tonight.
Tonight.
New tag team champions in TNA.
I always got to go with experience trumps youth, and the Hardys will find something, do something to pull one out. And they always say Hardy countries in the Carolinas. I think Hardy countries across the world, man. What they are doing for the fans, you know, like tonight. Again, the action you're going to see tonight, we all do this because we love you guys, and we have this heart, but you guys are our blood. This is the reason why we do this. This is why we bust our bodies for you guys, and we love you too. Trust me. There's a bunch of men and women in the back that are going to go to the extreme for you guys tonight. We're going to have a packed house tonight. I couldn't be prouder of the men and women of what we're going to see tonight.
Well, we're going to see so much, but before we get to that tag team title match, we got more action here on the Countdown.